Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I decided to post this video from home as we all are under a lockdown, and the topic that I will be covering today will be on how to prepare yourself for the pandemic job interview questions. Now before I move on to the topic, I'll give you a brief introduction about myself. My name is Fauzan Shaikh. I am a hospitality professional with close to 10 years of experience. During my tenure, I have been a part of the interview process almost 10 to 12 times, and also during the later half of my career, I have been also involved as a hiring manager across various levels. Coming back to the topic, why I chose this topic. Now, the reason I chose this topic is because we are all aware of how badly our economy is hit with the coronavirus crisis. The entire country is under lockdown. There are a lot of people who are unemployed at the moment or either on a sabbatical. It's very, very critical that once the economy opens up, the way people react and come back to the job and the entire hiring process, there are certain questions that will be expected to come out of it because the entire analytical quality of a human being has been changed moving forward. Adapting to the new normal, it's very, very critical that hiring managers will be looking for certain qualities in an individual that most probably does not only deal with the technicalities of your job, but also at the same time it involves how good you are as a human being, what kind of emotional intelligence that you have. Are you ready to handle a crisis situation at work? It might be not as mega as a coronavirus, but something which is kind of arising out of your day-to-day job situations. This brings me to the first question that I believe most of the hiring managers will be looking at the moment right now is, and they may ask the candidate, what have you learned about yourself during the pandemic? Now, this can be a direct question. This can be more like a follow-up question besides your basic introductory question about, for example, tell me something about yourself. Once the interviewer asks you this question, you need to understand the perspective in which this question is asked. The answers have to be framed in a way that you are talking about either picking up a skill, something that is more in line with your job, something that talks about not only your technical expertise, but also it talks about how adaptable you were to a certain situation, how did you hold yourself during the entire crisis, what are the new opportunities of self-learning that you have explored, either learning a language or just refining your guitar lesson skills or just exploring your cooking techniques. So it's critical that whenever you're framing your answers, it has to be framed in a way where you're talking not only about your technical skills, but also about self-awareness or self-exploration that you must have kind of come across during the entire lockdown. The second question that I think that they will be interested to know will be how comfortable or can you do the job from home. The reason that I think this question will be posed upon you will be because of the new normal. We are not very sure when the entire economy is open and where the restrictions of social distancing will be eased out, and hence the reason is it's very, very critical for companies to open up right now, and they will be looking at ways where they will be asking a lot of employees to start working from home. It sounds a very simple question on work from home. However, the other person, without interfering too much into your lives, he will be keen to know whether you have that kind of an environment, whether you're adaptable in terms of a situation like a work table or a study zone in your house where you can switch on and switch off from your routine life to a work life. And it's very critical to be as honest as possible about this answer. And of course, you need to do a little bit of research on the particular job that you are applying for. The third question that I believe is will be more like a follow-up question for you, and that can be, will it be possible for you to start working on premises once the lockdown is lifted? This seems to be a very simple question again. Of course, most of us have been working from offices with more human-to-human connection, and the new normal for us is working from home, of course. At the same time, why this question is asked to the candidate is just to understand what is his transition flexibility, how good is he from switching on from one comfortable to an uncomfortable space or vice versa. So it's critical that again you have to be very, very honest about this answer. At the same time, it's a good thing to be asked this question is because from a candidate's perspective, you will be knowing whether the company is looking to hire you from a long-term perspective. The next question I believe that you will be asked is, How did you spend your time during the pandemic? Now, this is a very, very crucial question, and this forms the crux of you nailing the last bit of your hiring process. The best way to answer this question is to be very, very honest about it. On what did you actually learn? Did you invest your time in refining your technical expertise, your technical skills? Did you train yourself on the soft skills? Of course, there are so many courses being offered online. There are so many social causes that is happening right now. It's important to frame your answer in a way where you say, uh, probably this is the time that you have right now on your hands to do something that you always wanted to. This can be a social cause that you did, helping the community come out of the crisis. This is something you did in terms of refining your skills, like for example, taking up a digital course to refine your web based skills. So it has to be a genuine answer. It has to be an answer where you think you will be most suited to align it with your particular job that you have applied to. The final question that I think you will be asked is if you have any questions for them. Now, I think this is your bonus zone. It is very, very important that the candidate frames his question in a way where he's trying to get maximum out of the company that he's applied for. The first question that I think that a candidate should be asking is, what is the expectation of the company in terms of the hiring process? Whether they will be asking you to come and start from day one, or they have an induction process where they will be training you for a particular job. How ready are they to welcome the people on board? There will be people who will be dealing with a lot of stress. There will be people who have had a lot of emotions during the entire pandemic. What is the induction program that they have? Will they be training you on your soft skills? Will they be training you on how to do the job? Uh, at the same time, the candidate can also question the hiring manager on the long-term benefits of the association, and how open they are to welcome you back on the board once the entire lockdown is lifted. These are certain things that I think will be the framework of the question that you will be expected to answer. It's very, very critical that you prepare for the job interview a day in advance and not just kind of rehearse the questions while you're on the way. It is important to do a little bit of research about the company that you're applying. It is good to be on time on the interview. It is good to carry all your documentations in place and keep it ready a day in advance again. Maintain your professional demeanor while you are there. At the same time, don't forget to smile. Thank you so much for watching the video. If there are any questions that you have, please feel free to write in the comment box. If you have any suggestions for the next video, please feel free to tell me there. And at the same time, like and comment and share as much as possible. And I will be happy to welcome you again on my next video. Thank you so much. Keep smiling, stay safe, stay healthy.